Okay, I'm finally bringing it to you. A lot of you have reached out and asked for my workflow and my processes as a coach, how I do it, how this is working, what the workflow is. So stay tuned as I am finally lifting the curtain and I'm showing you all the things. Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Heimann with AskYvie.com and I am a business efficiency consultant for digital entrepreneurs, which include online coaches. If you're ready to streamline your business to skyrocket your sales, you are perfect right here, and it's your turn to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, share a template, or share insights on how I run my own business. And this is one today. Through my NLP coaching, you might have seen that I was in a 7-day intensive where I learned how to use NLP, timeline therapy, and hypnosis to get my clients to a faster result. But it also ended up in masterminding with my fellow students. And a lot of them ask, hey, how are you doing these intensives? How are you automating this stuff? How are you managing your clients? And here you go. Rather than telling each one of them one by one, you will get a full series of all of my workflows. And today we are starting with the 5 tools you have to be able to scale your business, to be able to take time off from coaching and go to the beach if you're living like me in San Diego, or just run your business efficient. Now that we got all of that out of the way, let's dive into the first tool. And the first tool you should have no question asked. There is no excuses. It's 2020. You should be having a scheduler. My choice is Book Like a Boss just because it's simple, easy, it looks clean. I can have public scheduling appointments like you can see here, or I can have hidden appointments, paid, unpaid, all the things. But it also connects to Zapier. If you don't have a scheduler, I want to hear your excuse in the comments. Let me know why you don't have a scheduler. Tool number 2, especially in 2020 with all the things going virtual, Zoom. And why I chose Zoom is because it innately integrates with all of the other tools. I can straight up connect it to my scheduler, Book Like a Boss. They talk to each other, meaning every time a client schedules an appointment, the call gets set up in Zoom. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to do anything manually. It just works. And because everything is happening online, there's a lot of other video calling softwares out there. You could use Google Hangouts and AirMeet and all kinds of stuff that are out there. But right now we are sticking with Zoom simply for the simple integration. Those $15 a month, I can't even tell you how much that's worth for not having to deal with anything because it integrates so nicely. Tool number 3. Dubsado. Dubsado is a client, I wouldn't call it a client management program because you are managing clients in there, but you are not task managing clients in there. We're not going to go down the road of naming convention. What I use Dubsado for is, first of all, regular invoicing. Here's your invoice, go pay me and I'll do the work. Monthly invoicing, you can set up recurring invoices in here and your clients even can choose to auto pay. Godsend, I swear. Little checkbox and the client says, hey, just charge me next month. I don't care. I know what's coming up. Cool. But in this specific case, this is also where my workflow is happening. Meaning a client comes in, they say, hey, I want an intensive with you. I want the 4-hour, the half-day intensive. Cool. Now what do? I sent them a little proposal. They fill out all their information. Actually, why don't we look at it? Let's look at those proposals, my GSD intensives. So what they get is a form that asks them for their personal information. So that way I don't have to ask, hey client, what's your first name? What's your last name? What's your mailing address? Blah, blah, blah. All of those questions. Why? They then choose between the half day and the full day intensive. Anything else? Done. The nice thing what happens now is once they submit that, they also get the contract right away, get to sign the contract, and they get the invoice and they get paid. Done. Totally hands off, don't have to touch it. Now, the next step where this becomes really interesting is a workflow. This right there triggers a workflow that sends the client an email. Hey, welcome to the ClickUp party. Let's clean this stuff up. I got all the information from you. Cool. Stay tuned. More to come soon. Then The portal gets activated, meaning they get a client portal here with Dubsado where all their invoices are and their forms and questions and all of that is going to be housed there. This will get activated and they will get sent their login information. Then a day later, a form gets sent out that says, hey, love you want to work with me. Go grab a Starbucks coffee, come back and fill out this form. It's a little bit intense, but it's worth it, I promise. They get the form. They can save a draft to it so they don't have to get it done all the way right away. They can work in stages and then send it to me so I know exactly what they're looking for. Once they submitted this form, and only when they submitted the form, they get the link to schedule their intensive with me. That way I have everything I need when we are on the call and I don't have to run after the client of you didn't send this and you didn't send that and what's this and what's that and things are missing. Not in this way. Next tool, and that is not going to be a surprise to you, tool number 4 is ClickUp. This is where you actually manage your clients. This is where you are making sure that your clients are staying on task and everything gets done. I have my client folder template right here. Just duplicate that, done. You build it once, you duplicate it, it's okay. In this case, for ClickUp Consulting, we also have a form in here that is for the assessment for the team. So the team gets the link to this form. Hey, how are you feeling about this? Kind of okay, really okay, so that I can get an idea of how the team is feeling with the ClickUp setup before we dive into the call, and that I see where the issues already are, rather than trusting the CEO knowing where the issues are. There's also the roadmap just to lay out where you're taking all of this. The regular to-do list. This is straight up for the client. Here's what we talked about. Here's what you said, what you're gonna do. Here's all your homework. Get it done. No better way to keep your clients on track, I swear. My last intensive client, oh my God, he's been on it. Love it. Training. This is where the magic happens, especially with ClickUp. There is so much to make sure that the client really has the groundwork done. Every client gets a getting started training to make sure they know all the ins and outs and got the basics of ClickUp, and I don't have to spend most of the 4 hours showing them and teaching them how ClickUp actually works. And then one list for calls where we save all of the call information. I don't usually assign those calls. There is no due date with these, but there's call notes, meaning I use my document template for the call notes that then gets linked here so that they can visit back videos I mentioned, homework, all of the things. The document is linked right here, as well as the Vimeo link to the call recordings. It's all gonna be right here. Now, last but not least, the 5th tool you need in your tool stack is Zapier. Zapier is gonna allow you to combine all of those and automate it. Meaning, when a discovery call is scheduled in Book Like a Boss, throw it into my CRM space in ClickUp. When an Airtable form is filled out, no, that's my social media. Watch that video, you'll see that. There's an automation hidden in there too. Adding them to Dubsado, there is so many different ways, but if you wanna know how that goes, you better subscribe and hit the bell because that video is coming up for you too. I will really deep dive into all of those. And just because I'm having a good day, tool number 6, get an extra bonus. A go-up holds. A go-up holds is going to allow you to be really efficient in your social media management and not having to sit here and post every single day. Evergreen content queues, I swear, it's a godsend. And it's how I'm staying publicly available and with posts out there every single day. So now you have your 5+1 tools that you need as an online coach. And stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed yet and hit the bell, make sure, because there's a few more videos coming that dives really deep into all of the structure, how this is set up, how this is working with each other, and you do not want to miss that.